Rage on that beat, going crazy.
One platform covered everything from idea to market-ready product. A platform teaching all the AI tech and practices needed for successful AI-driven startups.
This is like AI imagination.
We found that the more specific we are.
We used a classifier, we trained the classifier.
I really wanted it to just be more open-ended for the user.
We were experimenting with different chunk sizes,
having some problems to something.
By blending cutting-edge technologies from industry giants, you can create revolutionary AI products that drive innovation forward.
This was a special hack, it was a battle.
Let the hacking begin.
Welcome, AI romantics and tech dreamers, to the Fall in Love with DeepSeek Hackathon. Tonight, we're not just launching another hackathon, we're setting the stage for a love story. A love story between AI and innovation, between your wildest ideas and the power of DeepSeek. They say that great things take time, but let's be real. Sometimes all you need is 48 hours and the right AI tools to make the magic happen. That's where you come in. My name is Joanna, your host, your AI Cupid, making sure you and DeepSeek are the perfect match. Now, I know it's Valentine's Day and some people are out on candlelit dinners, but let's be real. Is there anything more exciting than falling in love with AI? I don't think so. Hackers like you, they don't just build, they innovate at lightning speed. The same speed with which new AI trends emerge, just like DeepSeek, which has been shaking up the AI world faster than love at first sight. You have 2 days to create AI-powered solutions using DeepSeek, and if your project makes us say, wow, that's pure DeepSeek magic, you might just land yourself a spot in the Lab Next Accelerator program. Think of this as speed dating, but instead of awkward conversations, you'll be falling in love with AI. So are you ready to fall in love with DeepSeek? Then grab your keyboards, open your hearts and your APIs, and let's make this an unforgettable hackathon. Now, let's dive in and make some AI magic happen. Let's take a quick look at what's coming up in the next few hours. You're here, so you're already winning. We'll introduce you to the challenge, giving you everything you need to start building a winning project. You'll have a workshop on AI/ML API and hackathon guide and a workshop with Camel AI. Then at 6:30 p.m. CET, join us for the live Q&A session on Discord. Deadline for submissions is February 16th at 6 p.m. CET. All right, folks, let's introduce our speakers for today. First up, we've got Sergey Nushne, Head of Developer Relations at AIML API, and he's here to show you how to supercharge your projects with cutting-edge models. Then you're stuck with me because I'll be walking you through the hackathon guide and I'll give you all the crucial details from the challenge to submission deadlines so no one gets lost. Think of it as your AI hackathon survival manual. In the end, we have a power duo, Guohao Li, founder and CEO of Agent AI and Camel AI, and Roman J. Giorgio, part of the founding team at Agent AI. These two will be talking about multi-agent systems that can reason, or in simpler terms, how to make AI brains work together like a dream team instead of arguing like reality show contestants. So take notes, ask questions on the chat, and make the most of this chance to learn something from the best in the industry. And remember, DeepSeek might be smart, but you're the real genius here. All right, hackers, time to introduce you to the challenge. How to approach the challenge. You need to utilize DeepSeek's AI tools to analyze and organize complex data, develop innovative solutions that improve workflows and decision-making, apply AI in healthcare, education, business, or social good, just to showcase DeepSeek's power. So instead of whispering sweet nothings, you'll be whispering API goals. And instead of getting ghosted, DeepSeek will always respond with high-quality search results, of course. Now, let's talk about what it takes to win this thing. Here's what our judges will be looking for. First, application of technology. Your prototype needs to do more than just exist. Applied technology must be effectively integrated. Then, business value. Show us that your prototype has potential beyond this hackathon. Can it make an impact? Could it be the next big thing, just like DeepSeek? Then, it's originality. We want to see something that really stands out, surprises us, and makes us say, wow. The more unique, the better. And in the end, we'll be judging the presentation. So imagine telling your crush you like them, but you mumble, look at the floor, and forget your words. Not great, right? The same goes with your presentation. Make it clear, engaging, and simply sell your idea. So put your heart into it, impress us, and maybe you'll steal the judges' hearts. Now, let's talk about the prizes, because what's a hackathon without some epic rewards? The top teams from this hackathon will earn a fast-track interview for the LabLab Next Accelerator program. That means mentorship, networking, and the chance to turn your idea into MVP. Besides that, we've got some amazing prizes from Camel AI. So the first place gets a 12-month agent bot plan and exclusive swag. Second place gets a 6-month agent bot plan and swag as well. And third place gets a 3-month agent bot plan and swag too. And for those who make the best use of AIML API, there's a $200 cash prize waiting for you. Also, we've got a bonus, so everyone who posts on social media with their hackathon experience tagging AIML API will get a really cool t-shirt, and I have one myself, so highly recommend that. So, if you needed one more reason to go all in this weekend, this is it. Now, we are done with intros, and we're lucky to have Sergey Nushne, Head of Developer Relations at AIML API, here with us. Sergey is the go-to expert when it comes to unlocking the power of AI models, and he's going to show you how you can leverage AIML API to supercharge your projects. So stay with us also, because after Sergey, we'll have the Hackathon Guide, and after the Hackathon Guide, we'll have an amazing workshop with the Camel AI team. So Sergey, super happy to have you here. The floor is yours.
Hi everybody, I'm Sergey. I think most of you know me already, but let's go through the steps quickly. We are AIML API. I'm head of developer relations. Basically, I do all the stuff that's fun for developers, tutorials, events, demos. That's all on me. And today I'll show you quickly how to use the platform, announce the prizes again. And I will be there during the hackathon in case any other questions come up. So the first thing you should remember is if you have any problems with our product, you should tag Octi, like the one in chat in Twitch right now. That's me. You should tag Octi in Discord, or just click here. This button is our Discord on our website, AIML API. There we have dedicated support developers who will also be able to help you. So feel free to join there. We have some fun contests there from time to time, interviews, all of that. But yeah, let's keep going. So all the models are here. You click product models. We have 200 plus of them. So DeepSeek is the one you'll be using for this hack, right? Those are the ones. But you can also implement a lot of other stuff if you would like to. So for example, all the video models are also available through our platform, like Kling 1.6 Pro is the state of the art. If some of you want to use music generation, it's there, right? So feel free to use those. And for the beginners, one of the most important things that we have is that if you click the model, here there is a code on how to implement it, right? You can go to the docs or just copy it, JavaScript or Python, and go straight to the implementation. So that's all cool. The Camel AI guys will show you tutorials later on how to use AIML API with their product. And right now I will show you how to activate the promo. So from any point on the website, you can click AI Playground. Just go there, get to billing, and you can select startup. Usually it's enough tokens, to be honest. So let's just do that. But you have $20 worth of tokens. So if you want to be like swimming in tokens, yeah, you can do this. All right, whatever. The promo code is DeepSeek. So you just type it in here and you get the full sum off. So here are the card or PayPal. Some of you might encounter troubles with card, but one of those two should work for you eventually. And if, well, none of them work, you can message me or find a teammate for whom it does. So usually this is available to 99% of people. So then you fill in everything and yeah, you can cancel straight away if you don't want to use the product after the hack. You will have to just click view usage here and start using it. Well, yeah. So what prizes do we have ready for you this time? We have $200 for the best use of AIML API, which is cool because you can stack this on top of Camel AI prizes because we are compatible. There is a lot of tutorials on how to use both products. So you can aim for both, all right? But then there is also a very fun prize. As Joanna said previously, we have AIML API t-shirts. Everybody who's posting about AIML API and tagging us in the social media will be getting a t-shirt. Doesn't matter where you live, doesn't matter what part of what country, we can send you a t-shirt, ship it right to your doorstep. AIML API will be right here. Well, this is a different shirt. We can do it in black or white, but yeah, we'd love for you to share your experience with us. Tag us, tag Camel AI guys, tag everybody, right? And we will be reposting those and sending you t-shirts. Good luck, hackers, and yeah, see you in Discord.
Thank you so much, Sergey. And hackers, if you didn't note it, a little reminder, if you haven't already, make sure to claim your $20 code in AIML API credits, and the promo code is DeepSeek. So this is limited to first 1,000 users, so write down the code and make sure to use it. And as Sergey said, it's great to see you posting about your hackathon experience. So if either during the hackathon or after the hackathon, simply go to your LinkedIn, X, Instagram, take pictures, post something, post about your experience, share how you liked it or what you built, and tag us and get some cool t-shirt. And now let's dive into how you can crush this hackathon. Hackathon guide time. Everything you need to know about participating is covered in our LabLab AI guide, and we've made it easy for you. So just scan the QR code on the screen to access all the details. For our seasoned hackers, you've been here, done that, and you know the drill. So feel free to sit back for a moment and wait for Camel AI workshop. But for all the first timers in the house, listen up. These steps I'm going to share will be your ultimate guides to forming teams, navigating the platform, and successfully submitting your project. So pay really close attention because this is where your hackathon journey begins. How does it work step by step? Step 1. Build or join a team. Teams can be from 1 up to 6 people. Whether you're creating your own dream team or joining one, trust me, it's way more fun to collaborate than go solo. So teamwork equals more ideas, more laughs, and better results. Step 2. Get organized on Discord. Once you've got your squad, create a private Discord channel. Sure, you can, chat wherever you'd like, but remember, all official support and mentor help happens on Discord, so keep the channel buzzing. Step 3. Brainstorm your ideas. First, come up with 2-3 solid concepts for your project. Be creative, be daring, and once you've got your first idea, check in with a mentor. So simply tag a mentor and ask what they think about your concept, because maybe they would simply help you choose the right one. And step 4, check-ins with mentors. So, once you run your ideas with mentors and you're already on a hackathon and you need some support, they are all the time here for you. So they've got guidance, they've got insights, and they simply can take your project to the next level. So use them, use their help. Step 5, start building. Build your prototype, collaborate like pros, and make the magic happen. So divide tasks, communicate, and keep the energy high for the next 48 hours. And the last step, submit your masterpiece. When the clock runs out, submit your solution and product presentation on the LabLab AI platform. And a tip, make your presentation shine. It's your golden ticket to impress the judges, future investors, and potential customers, because who knows, maybe you'll take your prototype further from this hackathon. And remember, this is just a start. Use this opportunity to create something that you can continue building long time after the event. So let's make history. Let's go to creating the profile on LabLab. So first of all, because you might encounter issues with submitting your project if you don't fill it up properly. That's why it is very important to have it set up. It's also very important to connect your Discord to communicate with others. Second of all, LabLab is a great space for networking, and your profile is basically like your portfolio that will be visible for the future teammates in this and upcoming hackathons. So share your achievements, share your social media, and let people get to know you better. After creating your account and enrolling to the hackathon, you'll be able to create or join a team. So to do that, press the button on the bottom of the event page and you'll be transferred to the dashboard where you'll be able to create a new team. But if you are looking for the team, just scroll down and you will see the list of teams that are currently looking for team members. And remember that in order to see the list, first you need to connect your Discord account to your LabLab account. If the team is looking for members, use the chat window on the team page to communicate with them. So you can introduce yourself and ask if you can join. Or you can simply use the button Join Team and wait for the group leader's approval. And while we're in the middle of the hackathon guide, I'd like to remind you that you can all the time ask questions on our Twitch chat. We're keeping an eye on that, so we'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. Let's get back to the hackathon guide. If your team has 2 or more team members, you'll be able to create your own Discord channel through the LabLab platform that will allow mentors to communicate with your team. And on your team page, you will also see the toggle call for help. So if you use it, mentors will simply receive the notification and will jump into your Discord channel as soon as they can. If you need guidance, feedback, or just a second opinion, I'd like to remind you that you can simply use the tag mentor on Discord. So they will simply get a notification to help you once you post it. At the end of the hackathon, you'll have to submit your project. Wait, we're having some technical problems here. Give me a second. We'll be back in a moment. Okay, we're good now. Okay, let's get back to the action. At the end of the hackathon, you'll have to submit your project, so let's get into that. First, scan the QR code that you see on the screen, and you'll find there an article with the detailed description on how to submit your project. So save that link for later. What we require from you is the product description, pitch presentation, and the GitHub link with the demo. And remember that your presentation should not be longer than 5 minutes. So also, please make sure that your demo link is working, because if we're missing any of the deliverables, your project simply will not be eligible for evaluation. Before the hackathon deadline, you'll have to submit your project through the submission form using the submit button, and you will find it on your team page. If you need any help, please remember we are always here to help you. And now the question is how to win this hackathon. Start here. We've got an extra research to help you shine, a guide on how to be successful at a hackathon. So if you're ready to level up your game, scan the QR code to access the article and get all the tips you need to crush it. Inside, you'll find 7 steps to crafting a winning business idea, everything from brainstorming big concepts to executing them like a pro. And if you're struggling with ideas, we've got you covered. You can scan another QR code to tap into the list of 200 distinct ideas that can inspire you. Before we move to the Camel AI workshop, I'd like to talk about what's next after DeepSeek. I know, you're probably just getting started with your DeepSeek project, but hear me out. What if this is just the start of your AI journey? We've got way more hackathons coming up, packed with opportunities to push your skills further, collaborate with new people, and let's be honest, maybe some cool prizes too. So first up, AI for Connectivity Hackathon, Building Resilient Networks Edition, which is coming on February 28th and finishes on 2nd of March. This is the second hackathon of the AI for Connectivity series, and we've got really cool prizes in there. So we've got a prize pool of $5,000 and also a special 6-week incubation program for the winners of that. And the challenge is to simply build AI and telecom open source solution to make the world a better connected place. The hackathon is happening both in Barcelona and online, so you can join from anywhere, but highly encourage you to join us in Barcelona just in 2 weeks. And then next Friday, we're kicking off the Generative AI Hackathon with IBM Granite. So the dates are 21st to 23rd of February. And, IBM's latest Granite model is making waves, and this is your chance to experiment with it and get a chance to win a share of $10,000 in the prize pool. The event is fully online, and we've also got tech credits for you. So simply, if you enroll, you will not have to worry about the resources. We'll simply give them to you. So highly encourage joining that and keeping the momentum going. Don't stop here and build next amazing prototypes. Also, let's make sure we stay connected. This is your reminder to follow us on social media to get the latest updates, hackathon highlights, tips and tricks, and some fun content on our socials. We are active everywhere from LinkedIn, X to Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You can find us in any place you imagine. So don't forget to tag us when you post about your hackathon experience. Tag Camel AI, AIML API, because we want to see what you built and you can simply show DeepSeek some love. And now, this is the moment you've been waiting for. So let's move to the second workshop of the day. Meet Gua Hawali, the founder and CEO of Agent AI and Camel AI, and Roman J. Giorgio, part of the founding team and growth lead at Agent AI. In this workshop, our guests are going to dive into how AI agents can work in tandem, communicate effectively, and tackle complex tasks in a structured and scalable way. So simply build multi-agent systems that can reason. So if you ever wondered how we can make AI smarter, the guys are here to help you. Let's welcome the Camel AI Dream Team.
Hello everyone. Can you see my screen? Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're happy to be here with LabLab hosting this hackathon. So my name is Gohao. I'm the founder and CEO of iGen AI, and we are building an open source community called camelai.org. And today I'll be mainly sharing some of the research insight in our community and the mission that we are working on. So Camel AI is an open source community working on multi-agent system, and our mission is to find the skin loss of agent. So today we'll be discussing some of the inspiration that we have and some of the research that we have been done on finding the skin loss of agent. So probably you know the skin loss models. You have more compute, more parameter, and more data. Is there even a skin of agents? So this is what we are working on. We don't know yet, and we have some we don't know what exactly is the skin of agents yet. We have some exploration, and today we would like to explore that with you together on this topic. Yeah. Yeah. So Camel AI is a community working on multi-agent systems. So we host like a lot hackathon, and here is some overview that some hackathon that we host previously. For example, this last year in September, we host a hackathon in Cupertino, in the Bay Area. That is a mini hackathon. We have like 25 invited attendees, and we partner with 4 different industry partner on like Sembanova, Filequal, Quadrons, and others to host this hackathon. We have speaker from Salesforce, speaker from Quadron, talking about their development, their research, and here are some photos that of the hackathon. People are getting talk about their research, their projects, and some winner of the hackathon. I hope you will be presenting this time as well, and I hope you can share your idea, and maybe you can win the prize for the hackathon as well. And last year, in the universe of the attendees, there are students. We partner with 7 different industry partners like Mistral, Quadron, Sembanova, Filequal, Agent Ops, and Trunker. And in this one, we host a much larger hackathon. Of course, maybe not as large as the one we are hosting now with LabLab. So we have like about 200 people signed up, and at the end we can only accept 100 people because the limited space that we have in the college that we host the hackathon. We have like more than 200 pounds in the prize for check at for that hackathon, where people from Sembanova, Professor Philip Toll from University of Oxford, Walter from Vettel, and Joshua from Shuttle. Here are some of the talk and image that we have in the event. Lots of the participants, they are students. Maybe some of the participants today are also students as well. So they are hacking and presenting their work. Was quite fun. And last actually September, we host a hackathon in Shanghai as well. Also in-person hackathon. We have 12 industry partner. We partner with AWS, also Modelscope, and the Q1 foundation model company, and others like industry partner, open source industry partner, to host this hackathon. We have about 200K RMB in the prize. So here are some of the judge that we invite and some of the speaker and some of the industry partner. Some image here of the participants and so on. Yeah. So yeah, that is about some of the hackathon that we are hosting, and we are very happy to host a hackathon with LabLab again. It's even larger than the one that we have before, and it's the first online hackathon that we host, and we very love to see what kind of innovative idea we will be working on for this hackathon. So yeah, back to the topic today. So about the skin loss of agent. So maybe you know, OpenAI, they have a definition of AI intelligence. They divided the intelligence into 5 levels. The level 1 is chatbot, just like ChatGPT. The level 2 is a reasoner. For example, to this hackathon, you'll be exploring the DeepSeek R1 model. DeepSeek R1 is like a reasoner in the definition of the intelligence. The level 3 is agents. Of course, agent can take action, just like, for example, you have your agent can perform function calling to do like web search or other thing. This is what they define as level 3 agents. And level 4 is the innovator, how your agent can help with innovation, can help you maybe discuss new science or maybe new CVs to advance the scientific discovery. This is level 4 intelligence. And level 5 is it's a agent system that can perform or do work that an organization can do. For example, can you build an agent system that can do some work that a company can do? Can you build an AI agent system that can do work that a university can do, or a government or city can do? Right. So this is a level 5 intelligence. How can we achieve a level 5 intelligence, and what will be the level 5 intelligence like looks like? So this is what we are building for as well. So we believe level 5 intelligence will be powered by multi-agent system, not just one single model, one single agent, but you have multi-agent system. They collaborate with each other, communicate with each other. So we are building the infrastructure to empower that. How to orchestrate your agents, how to monitor the agent, how to build data generation for the agents, and how to build communication protocol between agent. This is what we are working on. So again, why we want to build multi-agent system? Because we believe intelligence stems from diversity. So multi-agent system is a way to build diversity in your intelligence system. And second, so multi-agent system is like a divide and conquer strategy for solving your task, and this can reduce the complexity of your task. And of course, a multi-agent system reflects the human society inductive bias. So humans society is a multi-agent system. So we can learn so much from how we build, how we learn from the whole human society evolve. And of course, like multi-agent system is a perfect way to model imperfect information. That means, for example, there are some scenario that you want to model some hidden intentions or competition between agents. This is where multi-agent system is necessary. And also, of course, multi-agent system is also a very good way, a very structured way to scale up a language model inference. So yeah, so probably you know like how of course how powerful is internet, right? So only internet internet is the key foundation of all the application that build on top of it, like Google, Meta, Facebook, and so on, right? So what would be the future of AI? Is there a internet for AI? And this is what we are building the infrastructure. So there are many foundation model like OpenAI, Mistral, Q1, and DeepSeek, of course, this time, and many AI agent companies like 11x, Daring, and so on. So how can we let all those agents and more agents emerge in the field to collaborate in the future? This is what we are building the infrastructure for. As I mentioned, we are building the framework, Camel framework. We are building the data generation pipeline because we believe multi-agent systems should be data-driven, and we are building a framework that is data-driven for multi-agent system. And of course, these two are now the main focus of our community. Of course, we are also building agents, and Roman will be talking about some of the agents that we are building, and we are also building like agent communication protocol, how to more efficiently communicate once you have like 1 million of agents in your system. And of course, some applications. Only all those infrastructure are ready, the powerful multi-agent application will be emerged. Yeah, again, agent is not a new thing. Agent have been there for a very long time, right? So probably one of the best book or the earlier book that discuss agent is the Society of Mind. So if you are the agent builders in the field, I very recommend you to look into this book. There are so many inspiration and so many interesting discussion in this book that inspire us a lot. For example, in this book, Mike Minsky asks a lot of questions about agents. He introduced this concept of agents because he wants to understand where human intelligence comes from. And then he introduced this concept of agents. In this book, he asks lots of questions about agents. So, for example, the function of the agent, like how does agent work? The embodiment of the agent, like what are they made of? Interaction, how do they communicate? And where is the first agents come from? Are we all like come from the same agents? Can we make new agent and change the old one? And a lot of other questions we are still discussing today, and we find relevant today. Even the concept is from like 39 years ago already. So in this book, the main philosophy of agent is that the agent are defined as like a mindless process. Agent by itself can only do very simple thing, but if you join all those agents together into a society, this lead to the true intelligence, right? So this is the key of why multi-agent system could be so powerful, because you can join all those agents together. So I really like one of the sentence in the saying in the book. So like basically this is what is the magic trick that made us intelligent? The trick is that there's no trick. The power of intelligence stems from our vast diversity. There's not single perfect principle. We believe this will be the same for the modern AI, right? So we don't believe there is one single perfect principle. We need to build multi-agent system. I don't believe the future will be just one like OpenAI model, right? You see like more and more model will be emerging, like DeepSeek and others, and they will become more and more diverse and distinguished from each other, and this create the diversity to empower true intelligence. So again, this book is very old. So at the time, the agent is not a similar concept as today. Mike Minsky at the time he used like some illustration of like how symbolic agent can be used for example, if you want to build a chair detector, right? For example, you want to understand if an object is a chair, you can set up like a agent like this. For example, if you see if your agent can detect if there are like for example 5 condition of the 6 is satisfied, then this object is a chair. For example, you have an object that has 3 legs, 1 back, and 1 seat, then this is a chair. It's very simple concept at the time, the agent. But lots of the concept in this book we are still referring to, or we forgot to refer to, but it's still relevant today. For example, probably when you build language model agents, you are building their memory as well, the long-term memory, the short-term memory. And in this book, Minsky already discussed how the short-term memory and long-term memory can be composed into a memory system in the book. Probably transfer, right? You are using the we are building like DeepSeek Hackathon this time, and DeepSeek R1 model is a model that can do very long transfer reasoning. And in this book, Minsky already discussed like how can you improve the performance of like some tasks on reasoning. For example, if you are doing common sense reasoning, if you are doing mathematical reasoning, it's better to break down your thought into your reasoning into a long chain. And this is from 39 years ago. I very recommended you to look into the discussion. And of course, communication amongst agents, what we are building now, and the water model of agents. Right, that Yana Cohen mentioned a lot on X, but yeah, this term have already been discussed like such a long time ago. That's it's just about the history. I mean, I very recommend Agent Builder to check it out because there are just so many inspiration there. So today we are mainly talking about language model agents. One of the early work about language model agents is WebGPT by OpenAI. So the OpenAI researchers, they train the GPT model, but they find they find that there is, of course, after you training the model, your data is not up to date. So there are so many issues in factuality, hallucination. So they figure out a way. How about let's let the model to use like web browsing, just like human. You can use Bing search, Google search. This is the one of the earliest paper about research paper about agents, language model agents. And the more popular definition of agent is by Lillian from former OpenAI employee about agents. So she wrote a blog about agents. That agent is an entity that has memory, just like Minsky mentioned. Your short-term memory, long-term memory. Your agent can use tools, for example, calendar, calculator, code interpreter, and search. And in our Camel, we also support all those tools and different memory as well. So your agent can do planning. You can do like reflection, self-critic. You can do transfer, subgroup decomposition, and so on. So of course, we believe language model agent is one, maybe it's one very promising technique towards AGI, because the key difference between language model agent and the previous like symbolic agent or IO agent is that the language model agent, they take as input the language and output language. So your state and action are so expressive, you can generalize very well for different tasks. So in the Camel framework, we define the agent as so the foundation component of Camel is called chat agent. So basically, chat agent is an agent that you can specify the system message of the agent. You can specify the model that you are using. I hope you will use DeepSeek this time for the challenges, and you can specify the memory. The memory can be like a vector database, or can be just like a sliding window of your chat history, or it can even be a knowledge graph database. Of course, your tools, you can put your tools for example, Google search, calculators, others, tools that you want, code interpreter for your agents. And very importantly, after you initiate the agent, very importantly, the interface to interact with the agent is the step function. So the step function takes input the message and the response format. So a step function is like one-step chat with the agent. So you specify the input message for this chat and specify the output format you want to get from this chat. And then you will be updating your memory. You will get in the context from your memory, and then you will be sending your message to the model backend, and then you'll be detecting if this response is function calling or not. So we enter this like conversation loop inside the step function. So each step you send a message to an agent, there is a loop until you finish all the function call, and then you'll be breaking out from the loop. So that means one step, for example, you're sending a message like, help me to search some latest information about OpenAI, for example. And then your agent receives this message, and then we'll try to use some maybe Google search or other tools, and then until you finish the tool usage and return the message to the user, and in the format that you define for the response. Yeah. So basically, this is the core concept of agent in Camel framework. It's quite maybe a little bit different from the others because we are the interface of interacting with the agent is a step function, and inside the step function, you'll be doing the loop of function calling until you finish the function call, and then return the format to your user. And in each step, you can specify the response format for your agents. And yeah, so basically this is a core component in Camel. And if you have any problem about it, let us know during the hackathon. Of course, there are many other modules that I don't have time to introduce today. For example, our workforce module that you can easily add an arbitrary number of agents to your multi-agent system for task automation, and many others. Yeah. So of course, there are many other research and development in the recent 2 years about agent. I recommend two, like survey paper if you are interested in looking into it and learn more about it. So yeah, about the main topic today, right? What is there a scale of agents, or like what dimension should we look into for scaling up the multi-agent system? So probably the scale of model. This is a figure from the OpenAI paper. They propose this like model scale law. You have more compute, that means you can buy more GPU. The y-axis is the test loss, right? The x-axis is the dimension that you can scale up. So you can have more compute by the more GPU. You can have more data by like hiring more annotator, right? And you can have more parameter by just like fitting your model into the GPU memory by having a larger model, right? But what is the scaling law of agents? Like, which dimensions should we even look into for scaling up a multi-agent system? So here are some inspiration and some thinking in our community. So I'm not sure if you agree with it, but probably, but we are very happy to discuss. Is this the correct direction that we should look into? Or if you have better suggestion. So first of all, we very interested in scale up the number of agents. So that responding to the number parameter in the scale of model. So instead of like scale up the number parameter, can we scale up the multi-agent system by scaling up the number of agents? Right. This we might maybe this also like corresponding to the organization level of intelligence. So can we have 1 million agents working together with each other? Right. So this results in our Camel paper and the framework. So Camel is originally a research paper in 2023 in the newest conference, one of the top AI conference. So we propose this framework is the first multi-agent framework, multi-agent research paper based on language model. And it's so basically the idea is quite simple. So we propose a role-playing framework that can be divided into 2 parts. So the first part is the human input. The second part is the role-playing session. So that in the human input, you can specify the idea that you want to build, and then you can choose some of the agents. For example, you want to develop an application for trading bots for stock markets. Right? You can choose 2 agents, one Python programmer agent, one stock trader agent. Maybe you don't have an idea on how to build it. For example, I don't know anything about trading, right? So, but I want to build this application. Is this even possible? Back to the day, I was thinking like, can we actually make this happen? It was like 2023 in March, about 2 years ago now. And then I came up with this idea, let's build a multi-agent system for it. So in the roping session, there are 3 agent medic at the time. So you can have like a task specifier agent to help you to brainstorm in the task or make your task more specific. Because as for me, I'm come from like AI background. I have no idea about like trading. So that means I need an agent to help me to brainstorm in the task or make the task more specific. For example, this agent help me to make the task more specific. For example, this one is building a trading bot for sentiment analysis on social media based on the comments. Is that positive or negative to execute the trading strategy? So this is something I don't know, but it seems to be promising. And but this agent can help you to do that, to brainstorm in like a reasonable executable plan. And then you'll be sending this task to 2 agents, the AI user agent and the AI assistant agent. And these 2 agents will start a conversation, collaboration with each other. The AI user agent will act as like a proxy of user. The AI user agent will instruct the AI assistant agent to perform tasks. For example, this one, the first task will be installing the Python package for sentiment analysis and stock trading. The AI assistant agent will be installing the package that is necessary, for example, Twitter API, the sentiment analysis package, the Yahoo Finance trading API, and so on. And then the AI user agent will come up with another instruction, and the AI assistant will reply is another solution to the instruction. So basically, this is the core idea, like for 2 agent multi-agent system. But of course, this can easily scale up to arbitrary number of agents with communication protocol and maybe communication channel for exchanging message. And during the workshop, you'll be also like exploring some like this framework as well, how you can build a role-playing multi-agent system for task completion autonomously. This is a demo I run like 2 years ago when I finished the coding. So I let this run the code, and there are 2 agents. One is a gamma agent, one is a Python programmer agent. I asked them to create a treasure hunting game, and they are like talking to each other and writing the code, and then I copy paste the code, and this is the final outcome. It's quite amazed at the time, but now maybe it's like a very common thing for you guys. So we want to answer the first question. Is very two agent better than one, or is like? And at the time we did some experiments. We performed evaluation on more than 200 tasks with both human evaluation and GPT-4 evaluation. At the time, there are only like GPT-4 and GPT-3.5, so we can only do like those evaluation on those models. So we find that more than 17% of the time, the multi-agent system perform better than one single agent. That gives us some confidence on the scale of agent that we can scale up on the dimension of number of agents, right? Yeah, that is the first inspiration, the first work that we done for task automation. You have like 3 agents collaborate with each other, and then we ask ourselves like, can we even scale up this to a like next level of multi number, right? So recently we have a research publication also in News last year. So we managed to scale up a multi-agent system to 1 million agent. So maybe you're curious about what can we do with 1 million agent, and we use them to maybe to simulate humans' social behavior on social platform, for example, on X, on Reddit. Can you replicate some interesting social phenomenon we have in human society? And also, this sandbox can be useful for exploring the dynamic of AI agent society in the future. Maybe in the future, it's happening now. In the future, your social network will be like many agents interacting with you together. So there will be like a society that human and agents living together. And what will be the dynamic of this future society? Right? Is there any potential risk, or is any like potential challenges or opportunity? Right? So this is a very good sandbox that you can use for doing that. And of course, this is open source collaboration in our community. There are people from like Shanghai AI Lab, there are people from Oxford, people from CAS, from like MPI and so on, university to collaborating with us on this effort. Some of the interesting experiments we did is that we built a sandbox of Reddit and X. Of course, like you cannot build a fully connected graph for this 1 million AI agents. We built like we script some data, and we built we build a social network based on the connection in the real world, and we build a simulated AI agent society for that. And then we use it for some very interesting experiments. For example, one interesting experiment we did is called herd effect. I hope this is also maybe can be some example that you can like for you to build in the challenge as well. There are many interesting simulation you can do with multi-agent system. For example, you can simulate herd effect by building a Reddit symbol. For example, we build these symbols and we send different posts to the symbols and see how the agent will add to the post. For example, you create one post and initially you can get it as like a like, or initially you can get a dislike, or initially get it like not any like or dislike, and you want to see like what happened after after interaction for those posts. So we're interestingly find that if you get a dislike at the beginning, people the agent are more likely to be dislike the post more than human. So that means agents are more likely to have herd effect than human. That's a very interesting experience, and this is something that for sure a multi-agent system can be biased to maybe some opinions or some like initially opinion, and this can like create a very large herd effect in the AI agent society. And the second experiment we do, application we do, is to use this simulate society to do misinformation simulation, misinformation spreading simulation. So we create some some posts about some like truths or some rumors in some rumor in different domain, and we send those truths and rumor into this AI agent society and see how those like information propagate. Probably you know the misinformation propagate much faster than the truth in human society. If you send something like very obvious on X, maybe no one's care. But if you send something like a rumor or misinformation, sometimes you got lots of reposts because this is information propagation.
Yes, yes.
I can hear you as well.
Ah, yeah, wait, how might have.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
technical problems, but we're back right now with Roman J. Giorgio to take over. So, Roman, happy to have you here. Let's continue that.
Hey, thanks for having me. So basically, after Guaha's finished, sort of more high level stuff, I wanted to jump into more of a workshop for like practical applications. So like, how do you actually apply this to your hackathon? I've got a few welcome slides here. So yeah, welcome. Looking forward to see what you're doing. Before I jump into it, I do just want to say, okay, me, myself, and Wendong are going to be available in the chat. Feel free to tag us via the Camel Mentors tag. I think LabLab made for us. We can answer any questions. So, just at a very high level, as you probably know by now, Camel is an open source multi-agent system framework. But I like to kind of break it down into 3 steps when approaching it. So first, you're going to customize your agents. You're going to give it tools, memory, etc., etc. Then you're going to build highly specialized agents with different roles to create a multi-agent system. Then after you do that, you can apply it to practical applications. So with that in mind, I'm going to show you, okay, what's the first step? Customizing agents. So this is actually a use case we did with AI ML, DeepSeek R1, and Camel. So I'm just going to sort of show you what is possible. So this is a laptop recommendation system. And honestly, it's really easy to set up. All you've got to do is to go to AI ML, get the API key, add it here, and then it's going to run DeepSeek R1. Then from this, you can actually get a data set from Kaggle. So Kaggle have tons of different data sets and different things. So this one's actually a data set of laptops with their specs. You see, you can run it here. So you actually load the data set inside the agent. After that, all you've got to do is create a system prompt. You are a senior laptop recommendation engineer. Your task is to analyze user requirements, match features from the dataset, generate a comparison table with key specs, provide purchase advice with technical rationale. And like this is really good for R1 because it can actually reason, look through the dataset, and actually give some really solid feedback. As you see here, you just set model type as DeepSeek R1, and then you can see here it has some sort of table that it outputs like this. And I think, yeah, again, like it's a really simple use case applied to loads of different types of things. If you want to go a little bit more advanced, you can add memory. But I wouldn't go over that too much right now. You can check that out after. So the second use case I want to show, just before I dive into all the different types of tools, is an example with a RAG. So I thought this one was really cool. So it's actually done with a Streamlit UI. So you can create an agent, put a Streamlit UI on top of it, and have some sort of RAG that DeepSeek kind of validates. You can look through all the code here. Like I'm going to add the links to this in the slides. You even got the GitHub here if you want to code it. So sort of going back to this, okay, like how do you actually take these examples and customize them to your own use case? So when customizing agents, Camel has a ton of different ways you can do that. So they've got different modules, different models, as you've seen, data loaders, storage, and a lot of other tools. All I'm trying to get at here is it's a pretty comprehensive ecosystem for customizing AI agents. So now we've kind of got an idea of, okay, we can build single agents that can do really cool things. How do we then apply them to different multi-agent systems? Because multi-agent systems aren't something where it's like, okay, it's always going to be 2 agents or it's always going to be 1 million like you saw before. There's actually different ways of structuring agents in multi-agent systems that have pros and cons for each use case. So as you saw before, a pretty normal multi-agent system design is just single agent. So just one agent, input, output, very simple. One that you saw earlier with Guohao was role-playing. So this is having one user add a seed task, giving it to 2 agents to go back and forth, and kind of work through a task. Like this is good for anything that requires iterative feedback, data generation, and other things like that. Another really cool one, which is my personal favorite, and I use this for a lot of projects, is called Workforce. So you can actually have your task, and you have something called a coordinator agent. So you give your task to the coordinator agent. Let's say, for example, it is to do market research on a product, and then what you do is you set different agents with different customizations, different roles, and the coordinator agent will distribute the tasks accordingly. So you might have a researcher agent with web search. You might have a tester agent which has some sort of code generation. So as you can see, it can get quite customizable quite fast, because especially when you start customize models where one has reasoning and then one's just there for speed. But yeah, how do we actually apply this to some practical applications? So this is a really, really interesting use case. This one is maybe a little bit advanced, but I definitely highly recommend you check it out. So this is how we're sort of getting more into the models being able to self-improve. So this is the Camel self-improvement data distillation pipeline. So the sort of core idea is you can use R1 to create a really, really high quality data set, which another agent will self-evaluate, and then you'll use a reward model to give some sort of feedback on the data, and then it will go in some sort of loop until you have really high quality data from R1, which then you can train on a smaller model for more efficiency. And again, I'd really recommend you checking out the cookbook of this one if you're interested in fine-tuning data generation and other stuff like that. I'm going back to some more of like product led use cases. I'm going to go over data ingestion. The sort of core idea of this is there's a lot of cool multi-agent systems, but how do you get different kinds of media inside the multi-agent system? Like you saw that recommendation system before, which was like a data set, but what happens if I want to get a website into my workforce, a image, a PDF, a video, to open up some more use cases? So this is actually one we did for the Mistral Hackathon, which I thought was quite cool. Then, as you can see here, you can use Firecrawl for all types of different web data ingestion. So you can use it to crawl websites. So that's just like put in a link about the about, and it adds all the various links and the information on it. You can have it to get structured outputs from websites. But then moving on to PDFs, you can use Chunker to download PDF data. You can use Mistral, or to be more accurate, you can use Pixtral, the image analysis model, to input images into your multi-agent framework. And then you can even use this tool is really cool. I've made some really cool use cases on this, is where you can actually upload videos. So there'll be a module that takes a video, it dices up all the individual frames of the video and analyzes them. So the sort of agents kind of got an understanding of in the same way as if it watched the whole video, which I think is really cool. So just to be really clear, we have tons of different use cases just like this. If you go to our docs, I think there's maybe like 40 or 50, I don't know. You can just go through them and say, okay, like how can I customize this for my use case? So what if you have questions? Okay, so yes, you can come to us, as we said before, with the mentors, but I would like to actually show something from Agent we've been working on called Agent Bot. So I'm going to go over the UI pretty quickly, just to explain how it works. But basically, in short, it's the easiest way to build a really efficient knowledge base for any kind of like technical questioning and answering. I'm going to go here. So I uploaded it before, but as you can see, you just take the link. So you take the link of this. Over here. So I go, okay, I want to find out more about my X or Camel's X. I can add this as a knowledge source. As you see here, I added the GitHub, the main Camel GitHub. I added the website, and then I also added the docs. And it's not just for Camel stuff. So let's say you've got your own code base, you've got AI MLs. You want to think about, okay, how can we mix the two? You can upload it all to this bot, save it, and then you can deploy it to your Discord. And what LabLab have done very nicely is they've added this bot to their Discord. So before you try it within your own Discord, you can actually go to the Fall in Love channel, and I'm going to get up some questions quickly. 2 seconds. So then, yeah, like you can say to the bot, hey, Agent Bot, I want to build a Discord bot with RAG based on Camel. Then you press enter. As you see, it's gonna start thinking about it. It's gonna create a thread for me. Then as you see here, so I actually walks through it step by step. So yep, set up the Discord bot integration, create the chat, implement RAG functionality. And yeah, I think there's a ton of cool things you can ask here because you can get the code as well. So this is just another question that I asked earlier. So it's like, hey, yep, it adds example of the code, and then other stuff like that. Feel free to test it out. Let me know what you think, and yeah, I'm excited to see how you respond to it. I think the next thing I do want to mention is we are looking for ambassadors as well. So if you've enjoyed using Camel, you've built a project, you want to get more involved in the ecosystem, we're going to have a lot of prizes for people that create content, create use cases, or kind of contribute to the open source dive. So if you want to apply to that, go to www.camelai.org/ambassador. I'll probably be reaching out to a few people that I see from the projects as well. And yeah, if you want to join the Discord as well, you can ask there. You can scan this QR code. My last thing to go over is I think Guaha did a very good job of explaining all the research we're doing, but we actually do regular research events every Wednesday. So yeah, feel free to join that. One of our last ones is really interesting. It's about the sort of technical side of how DeepSeek works, and I thought that was really interesting. But yeah, thank you. If you have any questions, I'll be in the Discord.
Thank you so much. That was great. And it was a pleasure to have you, Roman, and Guahao together with us representing Camel. And I see one question from the chat, which is, where are the docs list with those resources?
Yeah, so I can share this slide, and then I can share the docs as well. In the link viewer.
Perfect. Maybe we can also, maybe we can also drop it on the Discord channel for that, so we'll do that later.
Sure. Oh wait, wrong. Yeah, sure. I just added it to the Discord channel. Feel free to let me know if you want any more resources.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Roman. And also to everybody listening, just watch the Discord channel for this hackathon. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them there. There'll always be somebody to answer that. And also, if we are talking questions, I'd like to remind you that in 12 minutes, which is 6:30 p.m. CET, we're going to have a live Q&A session on our Discord, where our mentors will be waiting to answer all your burning questions that you have at the moment. So this is your chance to get direct insights from the experts and make sure you're on the right track. So don't miss it and tune in straight away after this kickoff stream. And now it's time to start coding. I'm really glad to have you all in here, and I wish you and the whole LabLab team best of luck, and see you on the winner stream.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.